Chosen ones, pause and pay attention, because this message is a divine revelation meant just for you. The number 1212 flashing on the thumbnail caught your eye and drew you to this video. And that's no coincidence, it's a sacred signal from God. In the Bible and Christian life, 1212 symbolizes perfect divine order, completion of God's government, and the promise of rest after faithful labor, echoing the 12 tribes, 12 apostles, and the heavenly city with 12 gates. You've been toiling, believing, and holding on through the storm, wondering when the burden would lift. This is that moment, chosen ones, when you can finally just rest. God is taking over. And what comes next will shock you with effortless abundance where you'll never have to work again. Every tear, every sacrifice, every act of surrender, God has counted them all, and He is moved. Your faith has positioned you for a miracle beyond imagination. Why are you here watching this video? Because deep down you sense the shift. Your soul recognizes the whisper of destiny saying it's done. Join our global community of faith. Comment below with your city or country, and type 1212 to claim your season of supernatural rest and provision. Hit the like button to release this blessing to others. Subscribe to remain under God's covering and stay with me. Chosen ones, for your shock of glory is unfolding right now. You've been running for so long, haven't you? Working tirelessly, carrying burdens, and wondering when the breakthrough will come. But here's the truth. God is calling you to rest, not the kind of rest that comes from exhaustion, but a holy divine rest, a rest rooted in trust, faith, and surrender to His perfect plan. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28 confirms, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." This is not just an invitation, it's a divine command for you, the chosen one. God is saying, stop striving, stop worrying. I've got this. The moment you surrender your struggles to Him, you open the door to a life of supernatural provision where every need is met, every dream is fulfilled, and every step is guided by His hand. This rest is not passive. It's active faith, a bold trust that God is working behind the scenes to bring you into a season of abundance that will leave you speechless. Imagine a life where you no longer have to chase success, where financial freedom flows to you like a river that never runs dry. Picture waking up each morning with peace in your heart, knowing that your future is secure, not because of your efforts, but because of God's faithfulness. This is the life God has designed for you. Psalm chapter 23 verse 1 assures, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." These words are not just poetry, they are a promise. As His chosen one, you are under His divine care, and He is committed to providing for you in ways that exceed your wildest dreams. The wealth, health, and joy you've been praying for are not distant hopes. They are already on their way, orchestrated by the Creator of the universe. Your only task is to rest in His promises, to trust that what comes next will not only shock you, but transform your life into a living testimony of His goodness. Have you endured endless toil, chosen one, laboring without pause and yearning for the moment your efforts bear fruit? The divine truth is this. God invites you to a sacred pause, not born of weariness, but anchored in unwavering faith, complete trust and submission to His flawless design. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28 confirms, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." This call is not merely a suggestion, but a holy mandate for you, the chosen one. God whispers, "Cease your struggles, release your fears. I am in control." When you relinquish your burdens to Him, you unlock a realm of miraculous provision where every desire is fulfilled, every need is supplied, and every path is illuminated by His guidance. This sacred pause is not idleness. It's a vibrant faith, a courageous belief that God is orchestrating a season of prosperity that will leave you in awe. Envision a life where success seeks you out, where abundance streams toward you like an unending spring. Imagine greeting each dawn with tranquility, secure in the knowledge that your future rests not on your toil, but on God's unwavering loyalty. This is the destiny God has crafted for you. Psalm chapter 23 verse 1 assures, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. These are not mere words, but a covenant. As his chosen one, you dwell under his divine protection, and he is devoted to blessing you beyond your grandest aspirations. The prosperity, vitality, and joy you seek are not far-off dreams. They are already in motion, woven together by the Creator's hand. Your role is to abide in his promises, to believe that what awaits will not only astonish you, but reshape your life into a radiant testament to his grace. This divine rest is not about sitting idly by. It's about aligning your heart with God's will and letting his power work through you. When you rest in him, you're not giving up. You're stepping into a higher level of faith. Think of Noah, who built the ark in obedience to God's command. Even when the world mocked him, he didn't toil in fear or doubt. He rested in God's instructions, knowing that the flood was coming and God's plan would prevail. And when the waters receded, Noah stepped into a new world, blessed beyond measure. You too are on the cusp of a new world, a world where financial struggles fade, where your purpose shines brighter than ever, and where your life becomes a beacon of God's glory. Hebrews chapter 4 verse 11 urges, "Let us therefore make every effort to enter that rest." This is your calling, chosen one, to rest in faith, to trust in God's timing, and to prepare for the miraculous blessings that are about to unfold. This holy repose is not about inactivity, but about syncing your spirit with God's purpose, allowing his strength to flow through you. When you surrender to him, you're not retreating, you're ascending to a greater plane of trust. Consider Noah, who constructed the ark in faithful obedience to God's directive. Despite the world's ridicule, he didn't labor in anxiety or uncertainty. He found peace in God's guidance, confident that the deluge was imminent and God's will would triumph. When the flood subsided, Noah emerged into a renewed world, blessed beyond imagination. You chosen one stand at the threshold of a similar transformation. A realm where financial hardships dissolve your calling, radiates with unmatched clarity, and your existence becomes a shining testament to God's majesty. Hebrews chapter 4 verse 11 urges, "Let us therefore make every effort to enter that rest." This is your divine summons, chosen one, to act in faith, to rely on God's perfect timing, and to ready yourself for the extraordinary blessings poised to unfold. But what does it mean to rest in God's plan? It means letting go of the need to control every outcome, to stop worrying about tomorrow, and to trust that God is already preparing the way. It's about living a life of goodness, kindness, and generosity, knowing that what you sow, you will reap. Galatians chapter 6 verse 7 affirms, "Do not be deceived, God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. When you sow seeds of love, compassion, and faith, you're planting the foundation for a harvest of abundance. God sees your heart, and he honors those who live righteously, who help others, and who walk in his truth. Your kindness to a stranger, your generosity to those in need, your unwavering faith in the face of trials. These are the seeds that God will multiply into blessings that shock the world around you. What does it mean to operate in God's divine blueprint? It involves releasing the urge to dictate every result, ceasing to fret over the future, and believing that God is already paving your path. It's about embracing a life marked by virtue, compassion, and selflessness, understanding that what you plant, you will harvest. Galatians chapter 6 verse 7 affirms, "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows." By sowing seeds of love, empathy, and trust, you lay the groundwork for a bountiful harvest. God observes your soul, and he rewards those who live with integrity, who uplift others, and who walk in his light. Your kindness to a passerby, your generosity toward the needy, your steadfast belief amidst challenges, these are the seeds God will amplify into blessings that astonish those around you. Let's talk about prosperity, because as a chosen one, wealth is not just a possibility, it's your divine inheritance. The world may tell you that wealth comes from endless hustle, from working yourself to the bone, but God's word says otherwise. Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 18 reminds, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth. Your prosperity is not dependent on your own strength. It's a gift from God, a testament to his faithfulness." When you rest in His promises, you allow Him to open doors of opportunity that no man can shut. These doors might be a new career path, an unexpected financial breakthrough, or a divine connection that catapults you into a life of abundance. Whatever form it takes, know this: God's wealth is limitless, and He has destined you for a life of overflow. Think of Joseph, who went from a pit to a palace because he trusted in God's plan. Even in the darkest moments, sold into slavery, imprisoned, forgotten, Joseph rested in his faith. He didn't let bitterness consume him. Instead, he lived with integrity, helping others even when his own life seemed hopeless. And what happened? God elevated him to a position of unimaginable wealth and influence, making him second in command in Egypt. Your story is no different, chosen one. The trials you faced, the moments when you felt overlooked or abandoned, were not the end. They were preparation. God is about to elevate you, to place you in rooms you never thought you'd enter, and to bless you with resources that will not only transform your life, but also the lives of those around you. Let's explore the promise of abundance, for as a chosen one, prosperity is not merely a chance, it's your sacred birthright. The world may insist that riches demand relentless effort, draining your energy, but God's truth reveals a different path. Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 18 reminds, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth. Your wealth flows not from your own labor, but from God's divine gift, a reflection of His unwavering loyalty." By trusting in His assurances, you enable Him to unlock pathways of opportunity no one can close. These might manifest as a fresh professional venture, a sudden financial windfall, or a providential relationship that propels you toward a life of plenty. Whatever shape it takes, understand this: God's resources are boundless, and He has ordained you for a life of overflow. Reflect on Joseph, who rose from a pit to a palace through faith in God's purpose. Even in his darkest hours, enslaved, imprisoned, forsaken, Joseph anchored himself in trust. He refused to let resentment define him. Instead, he lived with honor, aiding others despite his own despair. And the result, God lifted him to a position of unparalleled wealth and authority, second only to Pharaoh in Egypt. Your journey mirrors His chosen ones. The hardships you've endured, the times you felt ignored or deserted, were not your conclusion. They were your preparation. God is poised to raise you up, to position you in places you never dreamed of entering, and to shower you with resources that will transform not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. This is why your heart must remain pure and your actions aligned with God's will. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 1 states, "A good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold." Your wealth is not just about money. It's about living a life that reflects God's love and goodness. When you help others, when you give generously, when you walk in humility and faith, you create a legacy that outshines any material possession. God's blessings are not meant to be hoarded. They're meant to be shared. As you pour out love and kindness, God pours back into you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, as Luke chapter 6 verse 38 promises. Your generosity becomes a magnet for divine provision, drawing blessings that will leave others in awe. This is why your soul must stay untainted and your deeds in harmony with God's purpose. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 1 states, "A good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold." Your prosperity transcends mere wealth. It's about embodying God's compassion and righteousness. By uplifting others, sharing freely, and walking in humility and trust, you forge a legacy that surpasses any earthly treasure. God's gifts are not for hoarding, but for spreading. As you pour out love and generosity, God replenishes you abundantly, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing, as Luke chapter 6 verse 38 promises. Your selflessness becomes a beacon for divine supply, attracting blessings that will astonish those who witness them. Now let's address the doubts that may creep into your mind. The world will try to tell you that rest is laziness, that trusting in God's provision is unrealistic. But Philippians chapter 4 verses 6 to 7 counters this. "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. When you rest in God, you're not being idle. You're actively trusting in His power. The world's ways lead to burnout, but God's ways lead to breakthrough. Let go of the need to prove yourself through endless work. Your worth is not in what you do. It's in who you are, a chosen one handpicked by God for a life of purpose and prosperity. Let's confront the uncertainties that may linger in your thoughts. Society may claim that rest equals idleness or that relying on God's provision is impractical. But Philippians chapter 4 verses 6 to 7 refutes this. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Resting in God is not passivity. It's an active embrace of His strength. The world's path leads to exhaustion, but God's path guides you to triumph. Release the urge to validate yourself through ceaseless labor. Your value lies not in your deeds, but in your identity, a chosen one selected by God for a life of purpose and abundance. As you step into this season of divine rest, something extraordinary is happening. God is aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities to bring you into a new reality. Think of Esther, a young woman who seemed ordinary, but was chosen by God for an extraordinary purpose. She didn't strive to become queen. She rested in God's timing, and He positioned her to save a nation. Your life is no less significant. God is placing you exactly where you need to be, and the blessings that are coming will not only shock you, but also those who doubted you. They'll see the glow of God's favor on your life, your renewed energy, your unshakable peace, your overflowing abundance, and they'll wonder what happened. The answer is simple. God happened. As you embrace this sacred season of repose, something remarkable is unfolding. God is orchestrating events, relationships, and possibilities to usher you into a transformed existence. Consider Esther, a seemingly unremarkable young woman chosen by God for a profound mission. She didn't chase royalty. She trusted in God's perfect timing, and He placed her to deliver a nation. Your life holds equal weight, chosen one. God is positioning you precisely where you're meant to be, and the blessings on their way will not only amaze you, but also those who questioned you. They'll notice the radiance of God's favor upon you, your revitalized spirit, your steadfast calm, your boundless prosperity, and they'll marvel at the cause. The truth is clear, God made it happen. This transformation is not just about you. It's about the impact you'll have on the world. Your wealth, your peace, your joy are meant to inspire others to seek God, to live righteously, and to trust in His promises. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 8 reminds, "And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work." Your prosperity is a tool for God's kingdom. As you receive, you'll give. As you're blessed, you'll bless others. Your life will become a living testimony, showing the world that when you rest in God, He works miracles that defy explanation. This change extends beyond you. It's about the influence you'll wield globally. Your abundance, tranquility, and happiness are designed to motivate others to pursue God. Embrace righteousness and rely on His assurances. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 8 reminds, "And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work." Your prosperity is a vessel for God's mission. As you receive His gifts, you'll share them. As you're blessed, you'll uplift others. Your life will stand as a vibrant testament, proving to the world that resting in God unleashes miracles that transcend understanding. So, chosen one, what does it mean to live righteously in this season of rest? It means walking away from sin and embracing a life of love, integrity, and faith. Romans chapter 12 verse 2 urges, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Let go of envy, greed, or bitterness. Instead, fill your heart with gratitude, your actions with kindness, and your words with encouragement. When you live this way, you align yourself with God's will and His blessings flow freely. The world may tempt you to chase fleeting pleasures, but God calls you to a higher standard, a life that reflects His glory and draws others to Him. What does it mean to walk righteously in this time of divine pause? Chosen one, it involves turning from sin and adopting a life rooted in compassion, honesty, and trust. Romans chapter 12 verse 2 urges, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Release envy, selfishness, or resentment. Instead, let gratitude fill your soul, let kindness guide your deeds, and let encouragement shape your words. By living this way, you align with God's purpose, and His blessings pour forth abundantly. The world may lure you toward temporary pleasures, but God summons you to a higher calling, a life that mirrors His majesty and draws others to His light. Let's take a moment to reflect on the power of gratitude. When you give thanks for what you have, you open the door for more. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 18 instructs, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Even in moments of lack, gratitude shifts your perspective, reminding you that God is always working. Look back at your life. Every trial you've overcome, every provision that came just in time, those were not accidents. They were divine appointments, proof that God is faithful. As you rest in Him now, give thanks for what's coming even before you see it. Your gratitude is a declaration of faith, a signal to the heavens that you're ready to receive. Let's pause to consider the strength of thankfulness. By expressing gratitude for what you possess, you pave the way for greater blessings. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 18 instructs, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Even in times of scarcity, gratitude transforms your outlook, affirming that God is always at work. Reflect on your journey. Every obstacle you've surmounted, every timely provision, those were not mere chance. They were divine orchestrations, evidence of God's steadfastness. As you abide in Him now, offer thanks for what lies ahead, even before it manifests. Your thankfulness is a bold statement of trust, a beacon to the heavens that you're prepared to receive. Chosen one, the world is watching you. As you rest in God's promises, as you live with kindness and faith, you're becoming a beacon of hope. People will see your transformation, your radiant peace, your unshakable confidence, your overflowing abundance, and they'll be drawn to the God who made it possible. Matthew chapter 5 verse 16 declares, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Your prosperity is not for your glory, it's for His. Every blessing you receive is an opportunity to show the world that God is real faithful and good. The world is observing you, chosen ones. As you trust in God's assurances and embody compassion and faith, you become a guiding light of hope. Others will notice your transformation, your serene glow, your unwavering assurance, your boundless prosperity, and they'll be drawn to the God who enabled it. Matthew chapter 5 verse 16 declares, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Your abundance is not for your own acclaim, but for His glory. Each blessing you receive is a chance to demonstrate to the world that God is real faithful and infinitely good. Now imagine the impact you'll have when you step into this season of rest and abundance. Picture yourself helping others, lifting up the broken, giving generously to those in need, and spreading hope wherever you go. Your wealth is not just financial, it's spiritual, emotional, and relational. God is filling every part of your life with His goodness, and as you share that goodness, you'll see it multiply. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 25 promises, "A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." Your kindness, your faith, your rest in God's promises, these are the keys to a life of true prosperity. Envision the influence you'll wield as you embrace this season of divine repose and plenty. See yourself uplifting others, restoring the weary, sharing freely with those in want, and spreading hope wherever you tread. Your prosperity extends beyond finances. It encompasses spiritual, emotional, and relational richness. God is infusing every facet of your life with His grace. As you share this grace, you'll witness it multiply. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 25 promises, "A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." Your compassion, your trust, your surrender to God's promises. These are the keys to a life of authentic abundance. As you embrace this divine rest, you'll notice something miraculous. The burdens you once carried are lifting. The fears that held you back are fading. The dreams you thought were impossible are coming into view. This is the power of God's plan for you. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31 assures, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint." This is your promise, chosen one. As you rest in God, your strength is renewed, your vision is clarified, and your purpose is magnified. You're not just surviving, you're soaring. As you settle into this sacred pause, you'll witness a miracle unfolding. The weights you once bore are dissolving. The anxieties that restrained you are vanishing. The aspirations you deemed unattainable are now within reach. This is the strength of God's design for you, chosen one. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31 assures those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. This is your covenant, chosen one. As you trust in God, your vitality is restored, your perspective sharpens, and your calling is amplified. You're not merely enduring, you're soaring. Let me remind you again, this is not about working harder. It's about trusting deeper. The world may tell you to hustle, to grind, to fight for every penny. But God says, "Rest in me, and I will provide." Look at the life of Daniel, who faced lions and kings, yet remained unshaken because he trusted in God. When he was thrown into the lion's den, he didn't panic. He rested in God's protection. And what happened? God shut the mouths of the lions and elevated Daniel to a position of honor. Your lions, your financial struggles, your doubts, your fears are no match for God's power. Rest in Him and watch Him silence every obstacle in your path. Let me emphasize once more, this is not about toiling harder, but believing more deeply. The world may urge you to strive relentlessly to battle for every dime, but God declares, "Abide in me and I will supply." Reflect on Daniel, who faced lions and rulers, yet stood firm in his faith. Cast into the lion's den, he didn't waver. He trusted in God's safeguarding. And what followed, God silenced the lions and raised Daniel to a place of honor. Your lions, your financial challenges, uncertainties, and fears are powerless against God's might. Rest in Him, chosen one, and see Him quiet every barrier in your way. Chosen one, you're standing at the threshold of a new season. The struggles of the past are behind you, and what lies ahead is a life of divine abundance. But this abundance comes with a responsibility to live righteously, to love generously, and to trust wholeheartedly. James chapter 2, verse 17 reminds faith by itself. If it is not accompanied by action, is dead. Your faith is alive when you live it out, when you help others, when you speak life, when you walk in God's truth. This is how you step into the fullness of His blessings, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. You stand at the edge of a new chapter, chosen one. The trials of yesterday are fading, and a life of divine plenty awaits. Yet this abundance carries a duty to live uprightly, love freely, and trust completely. James chapter 2, verse 17 reminds faith by itself. If it is not accompanied by action, is dead. Your faith thrives when you embody it, when you support others, speak words of life, and walk in God's truth. This is how you embrace the fullness of His blessings, not only for yourself, but for all those around you. As you rest in God's promises, you'll begin to see His hand moving in ways you never imagined. Doors will open that you didn't knock on. Opportunities will appear that you didn't chase. People will be drawn to your light, not because of what you do, but because of who you are, a chosen one, radiating God's glory. This is the moment to let go of doubt and embrace certainty. Psalm chapter 37 verse 4 assures, "Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart," your desires, your dreams, your prayers. They're not too big for God. He's already working to bring them to pass. As you trust in God's assurances, you'll witness His guidance in ways beyond your imagination. Pathways will emerge without your effort. Possibilities will arise without your pursuit. Others will be drawn to your radiance not for your actions, but for your essence, a chosen one shining with God's splendor. Now is the time to release uncertainty and embrace confidence. Psalm chapter 37 verse 4 assures, "Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart, your aspirations, your visions, your prayers." They're never too grand for God. He's already orchestrating their fulfillment. Now, chosen one, I encourage you to pause for a moment and reflect. What has God already done in your life? Think of the times He has provided when you thought all hope was lost. Those moments were not random. They were divine rehearsals preparing you for this season of overflow. As you rest in Him now, trust that He's orchestrating something far greater than you can see. Your wealth, your peace, your purpose, they're all part of His plan. And as you live righteously, as you love others and trust in Him, you'll see that plan unfold in ways that will shock you and everyone around you. Now imagine the ripples of your generosity as you embrace this divine pause. Picture yourself extending a hand to the needy, offering kindness to strangers, and radiating God's love in every interaction. Your prosperity isn't merely financial, it's spiritual, emotional, and communal. God is saturating every aspect of your life with His grace. As you share this grace, it will multiply beyond measure. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 25 promises, "A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." Your compassion, your faith, your trust in God's promises. These are the keys to a life of true abundance. Let's talk about the power of community, because you're not alone on this journey. By leaving a comment below, whether it's 1212 or a simple "Thank you, Lord," you're joining a sacred space where faith is amplified. Every comment is a declaration, a prayer, a connection with thousands of other chosen ones who believe in God's promises. Together, your faith creates a powerful resonance, a spiritual energy that magnifies God's work in your life. This is not just a video. It's a movement, a gathering of souls who trust in God's goodness. As you step into this season of rest, know that God is rewriting your story. The struggles of the past are not your future. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11 states, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." This is your promise, chosen one. Your future is not one of lack or toil. It's one of prosperity, peace, and purpose. God is taking the broken pieces of your life and turning them into a masterpiece. Your wealth is not just financial. It's a wealth of joy, love, and divine favor that will overflow into every area of your life. As you embrace this season of divine repose, understand that God is reshaping your narrative. The hardships of yesterday do not define your tomorrow. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11 states, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." This is your covenant, chosen one. Your future is not marked by scarcity or struggle, but by abundance, tranquility, and purpose. God is weaving the fragmented pieces of your life into a work of art. Your prosperity encompasses more than wealth. It's a richness of joy, love, and divine favor that will overflow into every corner of your existence. Chosen one, the world is watching you. As you rest in God's promises, as you live with kindness and faith, you're becoming a beacon of hope. People will see your transformation, your radiant peace, your unshakable confidence, your overflowing abundance, and they'll be drawn to the God who made it possible. Matthew chapter 6 verse 33 declares, "Seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." When you prioritize God's will, everything else falls into place. Your wealth, your health, your happiness, they're all part of His divine plan. The world is observing you, chosen ones. As you trust in God's assurances and live with compassion and faith, You become a radiant symbol of hope. Others will witness your transformation, your serene glow, your steadfast assurance, your boundless prosperity, and they'll be drawn to the God who made it possible. Matthew chapter 6, verse 33 declares, "Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." When you place God's purpose first, everything aligns perfectly. Your wealth, your vitality, your joy, they're all woven into his divine design. So, what comes next? A life of divine surprises, of blessings, so abundant they'll shock you. You don't have to work tirelessly to earn them. You simply have to rest in God's promises and live a life that honors him. Help others, love generously, and trust unwaveringly. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6 instructs, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." This is your moment, chosen one. Trust him, rest in him, and watch as he transforms your life in ways you never thought possible. What lies ahead? A journey filled with divine wonders. Blessings so vast, they'll leave you astonished. You don't need to toil endlessly to claim them. You need only to abide in God's assurances and live a life that glorifies him. Uplift others, love freely, and trust without wavering. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6 instructs, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." This is your time, chosen one. Believe in him, rest in him, and witness him reshape your life in ways beyond your imagination. As you embrace this season of rest, you're not just waiting, you're preparing. God is aligning every detail of your life for a breakthrough that will leave you in awe. Think of Abraham, who waited years for God's promise of a son. He didn't strive or doubt. He rested in faith, and God fulfilled his promise in a way that changed history. Your breakthrough is no less significant. The wealth, the peace, the purpose you've been praying for, they're coming, and they'll be greater than you ever imagined. Rest in that truth, chosen one, and let God work his miracles. As you welcome this season of divine repose, you're not merely pausing, you're readying yourself. God is orchestrating every element of your life for a triumph that will leave you speechless. Reflect on Abraham, who waited decades for God's promise of a child. He didn't struggle or waver. He trusted in faith. And God delivered his promise in a way that reshaped history. Your breakthrough is equally momentous, chosen one. The prosperity, tranquility, and purpose you've sought, they're approaching grander than you ever envisioned. Abide in this truth, chosen one, and let God unleash his miracles. This is not the end of your journey. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where you no longer have to struggle, where your faith becomes your greatest asset, and where your life becomes a testament to God's power. As you rest in him, you'll see doors open, resources flow, and dreams come to life. Your generosity, your kindness, your trust, they're the keys that unlock this divine abundance. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 reminds, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens." This is your season, chosen one, a season of rest, abundance, and divine favor. This marks not the close of your path, but the dawn of a fresh chapter. A chapter free from struggle, where your faith becomes your greatest treasure, and your life stands as a testament to God's might. As you trust in him, you'll see pathways open, resources pour in, and dreams spring to life. Your selflessness, compassion, and belief are the keys that unlock this sacred abundance. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 reminds, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens." This is your time, chosen one, a season of repose, prosperity, and divine favor. As you move forward, let your life be a reflection of God's goodness. Live righteously, love deeply, and trust completely. Psalm chapter 112, verse 3 promises, "Wealth and riches are in their houses, and their righteousness endures forever." Your righteousness, your faith, your kindness, your generosity will pave the way for a life of unending prosperity. You are not just surviving, you are thriving, shining, and soaring in God's perfect plan. As you press onward, let your life mirror God's grace. Walk uprightly, love profoundly, and believe wholly. Psalm chapter 112, verse 3 promises, "Wealth and riches are in their houses, and their righteousness endures forever." Your integrity, your trust, your compassion, your generosity will carve the path to a life of boundless prosperity. You're not merely enduring, chosen one, you're flourishing, radiating, and soaring in God's flawless plan. This season of rest is not about stepping back from life, but about stepping forward into a divine rhythm. It's about moving in sync with God's timing, where every action you take is guided by His wisdom. Imagine a river flowing effortlessly, carving its path through mountains and valleys, unstoppable in its purpose. That river is you, chosen one, flowing with God's grace, unstoppable in your destiny. Isaiah chapter 58, verse 11 assures, "The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail." This is your promise, a life so vibrant, so full of divine provision that you'll never lack again. Your only task is to trust, to rest, and to let God lead you to the springs of abundance. This season of repose is not a retreat from life, but an advance into a sacred cadence. It's about aligning your steps with God's timing, where every move you make is directed by His insight. Picture a stream gliding seamlessly, shaping its course through peaks and valleys, relentless in its mission. That stream is you, chosen one, flowing with God's mercy, unyielding in your purpose. Isaiah chapter 58, verse 11 assures, "The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail." This is your covenant, a life so vibrant, so brimming with divine provision that scarcity will never touch you again. Your sole duty is to believe, to rest, and to let God guide you to fountains of abundance. You might be wondering, how do I rest when the world feels so heavy? The answer lies in shifting your perspective from the chaos around you to the peace within you. John chapter 16, verse 33 declares, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." Your troubles are not the end of your story. They're the setup for God's victory in your life. Every challenge you face, every moment of uncertainty, has been a divine training ground preparing you to walk in the fullness of His blessings. Resting in God means trusting that He has already overcome every obstacle in your path. It means believing that the financial breakthrough, the restored relationships, the renewed health, they're not just possibilities, they're certainties in God's perfect plan. How do you find repose when the world feels overwhelming? Chosen ones, the key is to shift your focus from external turmoil to the serenity within you. John chapter 16, verse 33 declares, "In this world you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world." Your struggles are not the conclusion of your journey. They're the prelude to God's triumph in your life. Every trial you've faced, every moment of doubt, has been a sacred proving ground, equipping you to embrace the fullness of His blessings. Resting in God means trusting that He has already conquered every barrier before you. It means believing that the financial breakthrough, the healed relationships, the restored vitality, they are not mere possibilities, but certainties in God's impeccable plan. Let's talk about the power of faith in this season of rest. Faith is not just believing in what you can see. It's trusting in what God has promised, even when the world tells you it's impossible. Think of David, a young shepherd boy facing Goliath. The world saw a giant too big to defeat, but David saw a God too great to fail. 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 45 states, "I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." That same boldness lives in you, chosen one. When you rest in God's promises, you face every giant, every financial struggle, every doubt, every fear with the unshakable confidence that God is fighting for you. Your faith is your weapon, and your rest is your strength. Let's explore the strength of trust in this season of divine pause. Faith isn't merely accepting what's visible. It's relying on God's promises even when the world deems them impossible. Consider David, a young shepherd facing Goliath. The world saw an unbeatable titan, but David saw a God too mighty to fail. 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 45 states, "I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." That same courage resides in you, chosen one. When you abide in God's assurances, you confront every giant, every financial hardship, every uncertainty, every fear with the steadfast assurance that God is battling on your behalf. Your faith is your shield, and your repose is your power. As you embrace this divine rest, you're not just waiting for blessings, you're preparing to receive them with open hands and a grateful heart. God is aligning every detail of your life for a breakthrough that will shake the foundations of your reality. Picture this, a business opportunity that lands in your lap, a financial windfall that covers every debt, a connection that opens doors you never knew existed. These are not fantasies. They're the tangible results of resting in God's plan. Psalm chapter 84 verse 11 promises, "For the Lord God is a sun and shield. The Lord bestows favor and honor. No good thing does he withhold from those whose walk is blameless." Your righteous living, your faith, your kindness, these are the keys that unlock God's favor, bringing blessings that will leave you in awe. As you settle into this sacred repose, you're not merely awaiting blessings, you're readying yourself to embrace them with open hands and a thankful heart. God is orchestrating every facet of your life for a breakthrough that will transform your reality. Envision this: a professional opportunity that arrives unexpectedly, a financial surge that clears every debt, a relationship that unlocks doors you never knew existed. These aren't dreams, they're the concrete outcomes of trusting in God's purpose. Psalm chapter 84 verse 11 promises, "For the Lord God is a sun and shield. The Lord bestows favor and honor. No good thing does he withhold from those whose walk is blameless." Your upright life, your trust, your compassion, these are the keys that open the gates to God's favor, ushering in blessings that will leave you astonished. Living righteously in this season means choosing love over hate, generosity over selfishness, and faith over fear. It means being a light in a world that often feels dark. Ephesians chapter 5 verses 8 to 9 urges, "For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of light, for the fruit of the light consists in all goodness, righteousness, and truth." Your life, chosen one, is a testament to this light. When you help a neighbor, forgive a wrong, or share your blessings, you're planting seeds that God will multiply. Your actions ripple outward, touching lives, transforming communities, and glorifying God. This is the kind of prosperity that lasts not just wealth in your bank account, but wealth in your soul, your relationships, and your legacy. Embracing righteousness in this season means choosing compassion over resentment, selflessness over greed, and trust over fear. It means shining as a beacon in a world often shrouded in darkness. Ephesians chapter 5 verses 8 to 9 urges, "For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of light, for the fruit of the light consists in all goodness, righteousness, and truth." Your life, chosen one, is a reflection of this light. When you aid a neighbor, forgive a grievance, or share your blessings, you're sowing seeds that God will amplify. Your deeds create ripples, touching lives, reshaping communities, and honoring God. This is enduring prosperity, not merely wealth in your accounts, but richness in your spirit, your relationships, and your legacy. Now imagine the impact of your life as you rest in God's promises. People will see your peace, your joy, your unshakable confidence, and they'll wonder what's different about you. Your transformation will be a living sermon drawing others to God's love. 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9 declares, "You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light." Your life is a declaration, chosen one, a declaration that God is faithful, that his promises are true, and that his blessings are limitless. Envision the influence of your life as you abide in God's assurances. Others will notice your tranquility, your joy, your steadfast confidence, and they'll wonder what sets you apart. Your transformation will be a living testimony, drawing others to God's grace. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9 declares, "You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of Him who called you out of darkness into His wonderful light." Your life is a proclamation, chosen one, a testament that God is faithful. His promises are certain and His blessings are boundless. As you rest in Him, you become a beacon, showing the world that a life of faith and righteousness leads to abundance beyond measure. This is a season to let go of striving and embrace receiving. The world may tell you to work harder to chase success with every ounce of your energy, but God says, "Rest in me, and I will provide." Look at the story of Ruth, who didn't strive to find favor, but walked in loyalty and faith. Ruth, chapter 2, verse 12 states, "May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge." Ruth's faithfulness led to a life of abundance, and so will yours. Your loyalty to God, your trust in His plan, your commitment to living righteously, these are the wings under which you find refuge. And from that refuge, God will pour out blessings that shock the world. As you trust in Him, you shine as a guiding light, demonstrating that a life rooted in faith and integrity yields immeasurable abundance. This is a time to release striving and welcome receiving. The world may urge you to labor tirelessly to pursue success with all your strength, but God declares, "Abide in me, and I will provide." Consider Ruth, who didn't chase favor, but walked in devotion and trust. Ruth chapter 2, verse 12 states, "May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge." Ruth's faithfulness ushered her into a life of plenty, and so will yours, chosen one. Your devotion to God, your reliance on His purpose, your dedication to righteousness, these are the wings under which you find shelter. From that sanctuary, God will shower you with blessings that astonish the world. Chosen one, your rest is not a pause. It's a preparation. God is setting the stage for a breakthrough that will redefine your life. Isaiah chapter 55, verses 8 to 9 declares, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, says the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." God's plans for you are so much bigger than you can imagine. The financial freedom, the restored health, the renewed relationships, they're not just dreams. They're divine realities waiting to unfold. Rest in this truth and let God's higher ways guide you to a future of abundance. Your repose, chosen one, is not a halt, but a preparation. God is arranging the scene for a triumph that will reshape your existence. Isaiah chapter 55, verses 8 to 9 declares, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, says the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." God's purposes for you surpass your greatest imaginings. The financial liberty, the restored vitality, the renewed bonds. They're not mere aspirations, they're sacred realities poised to manifest. Trust in this truth, chosen one, and let God's transcendent ways lead you to a future of abundance. As you rest in God, you're stepping into a season of divine alignment. Every step you take, every decision you make is guided by His hand. Psalm chapter 37, verse 23 assures, "The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in Him." Your delight in God, your trust, your faith, your righteousness, it's the foundation for a life of stability and abundance. The world may shake, but your steps are firm because God is leading you. Trust in His guidance and watch as He directs you to opportunities that will change your life forever. As you abide in God, you're entering a season of divine harmony. Every move you make, every choice you render is directed by His guidance. Psalm chapter 37, verse 23 assures, "The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in Him." Your joy in God, your reliance, your trust, your integrity form the bedrock of a life marked by stability and prosperity. The world may tremble, but your path is secure because God is guiding you. Rely on His direction and see Him lead you to opportunities that will transform your life eternally. This season of rest is also a season of renewal. God is not just providing for your needs. He's renewing your strength, your vision, and your purpose. Lamentations chapter 3 verse 22 reminds, "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." Every morning God's mercies are new, refreshing your spirit and preparing you for the blessings ahead. As you rest in Him, you'll feel a renewed sense of energy, a clarity of mind, and a passion for your purpose. This is the divine renewal that sets you apart. Toiling, a renewal that radiates through every part of your being. This season of repose is also a time of rejuvenation. God isn't merely meeting your needs, He's revitalizing your strength, your vision, and your calling. Lamentations chapter 3 verse 22 reminds, "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." Each dawn brings God's fresh mercies, renewing your spirit and equipping you for the blessings to come. As you trust in Him, you'll experience a surge of vitality, a sharpened perspective, and a fervent zeal for your purpose. This is the sacred renewal that distinguishes you, chosen one, a renewal that shines through every facet of your being. Let's reflect on the power of trust at this moment. Trust is not passive. It's an active choice to believe in God's promises even when the world tells you to doubt. Think of Moses, who led the Israelites out of Egypt despite overwhelming odds. Exodus chapter 14 verse 14 declares, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Moses didn't strive or panic. He trusted, and God parted the Red Sea. Your Red Sea moment is coming, chosen one. As you rest in God, He's parting the waters of your struggles, leading you to a land of promise where abundance flows freely. Let's ponder the strength of faith in this season. Trust is not idle. It's a deliberate decision to embrace God's assurances, even when the world urges skepticism. Consider Moses, who guided the Israelites from Egypt against insurmountable odds. Exodus chapter 14 verse 14 declares, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Moses didn't struggle or fear. He relied on God, and the Red Sea parted. Your Red Sea moment awaits, chosen one. As you abide in God, He's clearing the waves of your challenges, guiding you to a promised land where prosperity flows abundantly. Your life is a story of divine transformation, and this season of rest is the turning point. The struggles of the past are fading, and a new chapter is beginning, a chapter filled with wealth, peace, and purpose. Romans chapter 8 verse 28 assures, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." You are called chosen one, and God is working every detail of your life for good. Your financial struggles, your moments of doubt, your times of waiting, they're all part of His plan to bring you into a life of overflow. Your existence is a narrative of sacred change, and this season of repose marks the pivotal moment. The trials of yesterday are receding, and a fresh chapter dawns, one brimming with prosperity, tranquility, and purpose. Romans chapter 8 verse 28 assures, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." You are summoned, chosen one, and God is weaving every detail of your life for your benefit. Your financial hardships, your moments of uncertainty, your seasons of waiting, they're all threads in His design to lead you into a life of overflow. As you rest in God's promises, you'll begin to see His hand in every area of your life. Doors that were once closed will swing open. Opportunities that seemed out of reach will come to you effortlessly. People will be drawn to your light, offering connections that align with God's purpose for you. This is the power of divine rest when you trust in God. He moves mountains on your behalf. Psalm chapter 121 verses 1 to 2 declares, "I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth." Your help is not from your own efforts. It's from the Creator who never fails. As you trust in God's assurances, you'll witness His touch in every corner of your life. Closed doors will fling wide. Possibilities once beyond reach will flow to you with ease. Others will be drawn to your radiance, forging connections that align with God's purpose for you. This is the strength of sacred repose when you rely on God. He shifts mountains in your favor. Psalm chapter 121 verses 1 to 2 declares, "I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Your aid comes not from your own labor, but from the Creator who never falters." This is also a time to embrace your divine identity. You are not defined by your past, your struggles, or the world's opinions. You are a chosen one, handpicked by God for a life of greatness. 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9 states, "You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation. God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of Him who called you out of darkness into His wonderful light." That's who you are, a treasure in God's eyes, destined for a life that reflects His glory. As you rest in this truth, you'll walk with a confidence that comes not from yourself, but from knowing you're loved and chosen by the King of Kings. This confidence will open doors, attract blessings, and inspire others to seek the God who transformed you, chosen one. This is also a moment to claim your sacred identity. You are not shaped by your past, your challenges, or the world's judgments. You are a chosen one, selected by God for a life of grandeur. 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9 states, "You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of Him who called you out of darkness into His wonderful light." This is your essence, a treasure in God's sight, destined to reflect His glory. As you abide in this truth, you'll stride with an assurance not rooted in yourself, but in knowing you're cherished and chosen by the King of Kings. This assurance will unlock doors, draw blessings, and inspire others to seek the God who transformed you, chosen one. Your journey is not just about receiving blessings, it's about becoming a blessing. Your wealth, your peace, your joy, they're tools to build God's kingdom. Zechariah chapter 8 verse 13 declares, "Just as you were a curse among the nations, so I will save you, and you will be a blessing." Your transformation is a testimony that will touch lives, heal hearts, and spread hope. As you rest in God, as you live righteously, you're becoming a vessel for His love, showing the world that a life of faith leads to abundance beyond imagination. Your path is not only about receiving gifts, but about becoming a gift to others. Your prosperity, tranquility, and joy are instruments to advance God's kingdom. Zechariah chapter 8 verse 13 declares, "Just as you were a curse among the nations, so I will save you, and you will be a blessing." Your transformation is a testament that will touch souls, mend hearts, and ignite hope. As you trust in God and live uprightly, you become a conduit for His love, demonstrating to the world that a life of faith yields abundance beyond comprehension. Let's talk about the power of vision in this season. God is not just meeting your needs, He's giving you a vision for a future filled with purpose. Habakkuk chapter 2 verses 2 to 3 instructs, "Write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets, so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false." God is planting a vision in your heart, a vision of wealth, impact, and legacy. Write it down. Chosen one, speak it out. Trust that it's coming at the perfect time. Your rest is not a delay. It's a divine setup for the vision God has placed within you. Let's explore the strength of vision in this season. God isn't merely fulfilling your needs. He's imparting a vision for a future brimming with purpose. Habakkuk chapter 2 verses 2 to 3 instructs, "Write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets, so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false." God is embedding a vision in your soul, a vision of prosperity, influence, and legacy. Record it, chosen one. Proclaim it. Trust that it will unfold at the perfect moment. Your repose is not a delay, but a divine preparation for the vision God has instilled within you. As you rest in God, you're stepping into a life of divine surprises. Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20 declares, Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. God's plans for you are beyond your wildest dreams. The financial breakthrough you're praying for, it's coming, and it's bigger than you expect. The peace you're seeking, it's already yours, deeper than you can imagine. The purpose you're longing for, it's unfolding greater than you ever thought possible. Rest in this truth and let God's power work through you. As you abide in God, you're entering a realm of divine wonders. Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20 declares, "Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine according to his power that is at work within us." God's purposes for you surpass your grandest dreams. The financial triumph you seek, it's approaching grander than you anticipate. The tranquility you crave, it's already yours, deeper than you can fathom. The calling you yearn for, it's emerging greater than you ever envisioned. Trust in this truth, chosen as, and let God's might flow through you. Your life is a testament to God's faithfulness. And as you rest in him, you're becoming a living example of his love. People will see your transformation, your radiant joy, your unshakable peace, your overflowing abundance, and they'll be drawn to the God who made it possible. Isaiah chapter 60 verse 1 urges, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." This is your moment to arise, chosen one. Your light is shining, and God's glory is rising upon you, illuminating every step of your journey. Your life is a reflection of God's steadfastness. As you trust in him, you become a vibrant embodiment of his love. Others will witness your transformation, your glowing joy, your unwavering calm, your boundless prosperity, and they'll be drawn to the God who enabled it. Isaiah chapter 60 verse 1 urges, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." This is your time to rise, chosen one. Your light is radiant, and God's glory is dawning upon you, illuminating every step of your path. This season of rest is also a season of preparation. God is equipping you for the blessings that are coming, blessings so great they'll shock the world. 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7 reminds, "For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline." You're not timid, chosen one. You're powerful, loving, and disciplined, ready to step into the abundance God has prepared. Your rest is not weakness, it's strength. Your trust is not passivity, it's power. Your faith is not a hope, it's a certainty. This season of repose is also a time of readiness. God is preparing you for blessings so vast they'll astonish the world. 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7 reminds, "For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline." You're not fearful, chosen one. You're mighty, compassionate, and disciplined, poised to embrace the abundance God has ordained. Your repose is not fragility, it's fortitude. Your trust is not idleness, it's strength. Your faith is not a wish, it's a certainty. As you embrace this sacred season of divine rest, release the compulsion to orchestrate every detail of your future. The world often pressures you to micromanage every outcome, to exhaust yourself in pursuit of every ambition, insisting that success hinges on relentless effort and meticulous planning. Yet God offers a different path, one rooted in trust and surrender. He whispers to your heart, "Place your confidence in me, and I will guide your journey." Proverbs chapter 16 verse 9 assures, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." Your aspirations, though well-intentioned, are limited by human perspective, but God's purposes are flawless, woven with divine wisdom that surpasses your understanding. To rest in His guidance is to step into a rhythm of faith where you no longer strive to force outcomes, but trust that God is aligning every circumstance for your good. Imagine the freedom of releasing control, of letting go of the anxiety that comes with trying to predict and shape every moment. Picture yourself walking a path illuminated by divine light, where each step leads to destinations you never dared to dream, places of abundance, purpose, and unshakable peace. Your prosperity, your calling, your tranquility are not random hopes. They are intricately designed threads in God's eternal tapestry. As the chosen one, you are invited to trust deeply, to rest fully, and to watch in awe as God unveils opportunities, connections, and blessings that transform your life in ways that echo His glory. This rest is not passivity, but an active choice to align your heart with His will, to believe that He is orchestrating a future far greater than you could ever plan. In this holy pause, surrender the urge to dictate every result and instead lean into the assurance that God is your guide. The world may bombard you with messages to chart every detail, to labor tirelessly for every goal, convincing you that your worth lies in your productivity. But God's voice rises above the noise, declaring, "Rely on me, and I will carve out your path." Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9 assures, "In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." Your intentions, though valuable, pale in comparison to the divine purposes God has crafted for you. His plans are not bound by human limitations. They are eternal, precise, and overflowing with promise. As the chosen one, you are called to trust in His direction, to let go of the need to control, and to embrace a faith that sees beyond the visible. Picture a river flowing effortlessly, guided by an unseen current cutting through mountains and valleys with purpose. That river is, you chosen one, moving in harmony with God's will, harried toward destinations that surpass your wildest dreams. Your prosperity is not a distant goal, but a reality being woven into your life by the Creator's hand. Your calling is not a vague hope, but a divine mandate that grows clearer with every step of faith. Your tranquility is not a fleeting moment, but a lasting gift that anchors your soul. Rest in this truth and witness God lead you to places of abundance, new opportunities, restored relationships, and unexpected blessings that reflect His boundless love. This sacred pause is your invitation to trust, to release, and to prepare for a life transformed by His perfect plan. This is a moment to rejoice in the transformation unfolding within you, chosen one. You are not merely surviving the challenges of life. You are flourishing, radiating light, and soaring to heights designed by God's impeccable plan. Psalm chapter 139 verse 14 declares, "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well." You are not an accident or an afterthought. You are God's masterpiece, intricately crafted with divine intention, destined to fulfill a purpose that reshapes the world around you. As you rest in His presence, you step into the fullness of this identity, embracing a calling that radiates His love and glory in every action, word, and thought. Consider the beauty of a sunrise breaking through the darkness with vibrant hues, transforming the world with its warmth. That is you, chosen one, rising in faith, illuminating lives with the light of God's grace. Your journey is not defined by past struggles or present uncertainties, but by the divine artistry of a Creator who sees you as His cherished work of art. Reflect on the moments when you felt His presence, when His provision arrived just in time, or when His peace steadied your heart. Those were not coincidences, but divine brushstrokes, painting a picture of purpose that grows clearer as you trust in Him. Celebrate who you are, becoming a beacon of hope, a vessel of love, a testimony of God's faithfulness. As you abide in His rest, you align with His vision for your life, stepping boldly into a future where your actions inspire others. Your faith moves mountains, and your life reflects the boundless glory of the One who created you. This is a time to exult in the person you are becoming, chosen one, a person not merely enduring, but thriving, shining with divine radiance and soaring in alignment with God's flawless design. Psalm chapter 139 verse 14 declares, "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well." You are God's work of art, intentionally sculpted with a purpose that will transform lives and glorify Him. As you surrender to His presence, you embrace the fullness of your calling, letting His love and majesty shine through every facet of your existence. Imagine a star breaking through the night sky, its light piercing the darkness, guiding weary travelers to safety. That star is you, chosen one, glowing with the brilliance of God's grace, leading others toward His truth. Your identity is not rooted in the trials you've faced or the doubts you've battled, but in the divine craftsmanship of a God who calls you his own. Pause to recall the times when his hand was evident, when a need was met unexpectedly, when a door opened against all odds, or when his peace anchored you in the storm. Those moments were divine signatures, marking your life as a canvas of his purpose. Rejoice in this transformation, for you are becoming a living testament to his power, a person whose faith inspires, whose kindness uplifts, and whose life proclaims the wonders of God's love. As you rest in him, you step into a destiny that not only fulfills your heart's desires, but also draws others to the Creator who designed you for greatness. Let us now reflect on the transformative power of expectation in this sacred season. When you rest in God, you are not passively waiting, you are actively expecting, holding fast to the certainty that his promises are already yours. Expectation is faith in motion, a vibrant trust that what God has spoken will come to pass even when the world deems it impossible. Mark chapter 11 verse 24 declares, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours." This is your charge, chosen one, to believe with unwavering conviction that the wealth you seek is already yours, that the peace you long for is already yours, that the purpose you crave is already unfolding. Picture a farmer planting seeds in fertile soil, not doubting but expecting a harvest, trusting that the sun and rain will bring growth. That is you, chosen one, planting seeds of faith through prayer, trust, and righteous living, expecting God's promises to bloom in your life. This expectation is not wishful thinking, but a bold declaration that God is faithful. Envision the financial breakthroughs, arriving debts, cleared opportunities, abounding resources flowing like a river. See the tranquility settling over your heart, a peace that surpasses understanding, grounding you in every storm. Imagine your purpose becoming clear. A divine mission that not only fulfills you, but impacts generations. As you rest in this expectation, you align your heart with God's timeline, preparing to receive blessings that will leave you in awe. Your faith becomes a magnet for miracles, drawing God's provision in ways that defy explanation. Trust in his promises, chosen one, and watch as he transforms your expectations into realities that testify to his limitless power. Let's explore the strength of anticipation in this season. When you abide in God, you're not merely waiting, you're expecting. Anticipation is faith in motion, a conviction that God's assurances are already yours. Mark chapter 11 verse 24 declares, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours." Trust in this chosen one. Trust that the prosperity is yours. Trust that the tranquility is yours. Trust that the purpose is yours. As you rest in anticipation, you'll witness God's promises unfold in ways that leave you astonished. Your life is a journey of divine transformation, and every step you take in faith brings you closer to God's promises. Romans chapter 12, verse 1 urges, "Therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship." Your worship is not just in words, it's in how you live. Live holy, live generously, live faithfully, and watch as God transforms every area of your life. Your wealth, your health, your relationships, they're all part of his divine plan. Your existence is a path of sacred change, and each faithful step draws you nearer to God's assurances. Romans chapter 12, verse 4 urges, "Therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship." Your worship extends beyond words, it's in how you live. Live purely, give freely, trust steadfastly, and see God reshape every facet of your life. Your prosperity, your vitality, your relationships, they're all woven into his divine purpose. As you rest in God, you're becoming a magnet for his miracles. The world may try to distract you with fear or doubt, but you're unshakable. Psalm chapter 16 verse 8 declares, "I keep my eyes always on the Lord, With him in my right hand, I will not be shaken. Keep your eyes on God, chosen one. Let his presence guide you, strengthen you, and fill you with peace. Your rest is your power, your faith is your strength, and your strength is your testimony. As you abide in God, you become a beacon for his miracles. The world may attempt to sway you with fear or uncertainty, but you remain steadfast. Psalm chapter 16, verse 8 declares, I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With him in my right hand, I will not be shaken. Fix your gaze on God, chosen one. Let his presence direct you, fortify you, and envelop you in peace. Your repose is your strength, your trust is your power, and your power is your testimony. This is a season to embrace your divine calling. You're not just a person. You're a chosen one, handpicked by God for a life of greatness. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5 states, Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you before you were born. I set you apart. You were set apart for greatness, chosen one. Your life is not random, it's divinely orchestrated. As you rest in God, you're stepping into the fullness of that calling, ready to receive blessings that will shock the world. This is a time to claim your sacred purpose, chosen one. You're not merely an individual, you're a chosen one selected by God for a life of grandeur. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5 states, Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you before you were born. I set you apart. You were destined for greatness, chosen one. Your life is not chance, it's divinely crafted. As you trust in God, you're embracing the fullness of that purpose, poised to receive blessings that will astonish the world. Let's talk about the power of love in this season. Love is not just an emotion, it's a force that transforms lives. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13 declares, And now these three remain, faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Your love for God, for others, for yourself. It's the key to unlocking God's blessings. When you love generously, you create a ripple effect that touches hearts, heals wounds, and builds God's kingdom. Your wealth is not just for you. It's for the lives you'll touch, the people you'll uplift, and the legacy you'll leave. Let us delve deeply into the transformative power of love in this sacred season, chosen one. Love is far more than a fleeting emotion. It is a divine force, a catalyst that reshapes hearts, restores lives, and builds God's kingdom on earth. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13 declares, And now these three remain, faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. This truth is a cornerstone for you. Chosen one, as your love for God, for others, and for yourself unlocks the boundless gifts he has prepared. When you choose to love freely without reservation or expectation, you set in motion a ripple effect that touches souls far beyond your immediate reach. Imagine a single pebble dropped into a still lake, its ripples spreading outward, touching distant shores. That is the power of your love, a kind word to a stranger, a selfless act for a neighbor, a moment of forgiveness for someone who wronged you. Each act of love mends broken hearts, heals deep wounds, and strengthens the foundation of God's kingdom. Your prosperity, chosen one, is not meant for you alone. It is a divine endowment to impact lives, uplift the weary, and forge a legacy that echoes through generations. Picture yourself sharing your blessings with those in need, offering hope to the hopeless, and reflecting God's love in every interaction. This is not just about accumulating wealth or success. It's about stewarding God's gifts to create a lasting impact. Your love becomes a beacon, drawing others to the Creator's heart, showing them that true abundance lies in a life rooted in compassion and generosity. As you rest in this season, let love be your guide, transforming not only your life, but the world around you into a testament to God's grace. Your repose, chosen one, is not a mere pause, but a bold declaration of faith, a courageous statement that you trust wholeheartedly in God's provision. Psalm chapter 46, verse 10 declares, "Be still and know that I am God." In this divine invitation, God calls you to be still, to quiet the clamor of worry and striving, and to recognize His sovereignty over every detail of your life. Be still, chosen one, and know that He is tirelessly working, moving unseen forces, and aligning circumstances for your ultimate good. your financial breakthrough, your renewed health, your restored relationships. They are not distant dreams lingering on the horizon. They are present realities unfolding in God's perfect timing. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, watching the waves roll in with rhythmic certainty, each one bringing gifts from the depths. That is God's provision for you, steady, certain, and abundant. Resting in this truth means letting go of anxiety and embracing the peace that flows from trusting His plan. Reflect on the moments when God has already shown His faithfulness, when a need was met unexpectedly, when strength came in your weakness, when a relationship was healed against all odds. These are not coincidences, but divine assurances that God is at work. As you rest in Him, let His peace envelop your heart, filling you with a calm that anchors you through every storm. This sacred stillness is your strength, chosen one, a testament to your unwavering belief that God is orchestrating a future of abundance that will leave you in awe. In this season of divine repose, you proclaim your trust with courage, chosen one, affirming that you rely entirely on God's provision. Psalm chapter 46 verse 10 declares, "Be still and know that I am God." This command is a call to pause, to silence the noise of doubt and fear, and to trust that God is actively orchestrating every facet of your life for your benefit. Be still, chosen one, and know that He is aligning opportunities, moving mountains, and weaving a tapestry of blessings that will unfold in His impeccable timing. Your financial triumph, your restored vitality, your healed relationships. They are not merely approaching, they are arriving, manifesting with divine precision. Picture a master artist at work. Each brushstroke deliberate, each color chosen with purpose, creating a masterpiece that takes your breath away. That is God's plan for you, chosen one, a life painted with prosperity, health, and restored connections, each detail crafted by His hand. Resting in this truth means surrendering the need to rush or control, trusting that God's timing is perfect. Recall the times when His provision arrived just when you needed it, a job offer, a moment of healing, a reconciled bond. These were divine appointments, reminders that God is faithful. As you abide in His presence, let His peace envelop your heart, a serene assurance that steadies you in every trial. Your repose is a powerful act of faith, chosen one, a declaration that you trust in the God who is shaping your future into a story of abundance and glory. As you step into this sacred season, let your life become a radiant reflection of God's glory, chosen one. Live with righteousness, love with depth, and trust with complete devotion. Matthew chapter 7 verse 7 declares, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you." This promise invites you to act with bold faith, to ask for God's blessings, with confidence to seek His will with passion, and to knock on the doors of opportunity with expectation. Imagine standing before a grand door, intricately carved with promises, knowing that each knock will be answered by the Creator Himself. As you ask, seek, and knock, God flings wide the doors of possibility, ushering you into a life of abundance that testifies to His power. Your life is not meant to be an ordinary chosen one. It is destined to be a story of divine provision, a narrative that inspires others to seek the God who transforms lives. Picture yourself walking in integrity, extending kindness to those around you, and trusting God's plan even when the path is unclear. Each righteous choice, each act of love, each moment of faith becomes a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your life. Your story will resonate with those who witness it, drawing them to the God who fills your life with abundance. As you live in alignment with His truth, your existence becomes a living sermon proclaiming that a life rooted in faith and love leads to blessings beyond measure. As you enter this holy season, let your life shine with the majesty of God's presence, chosen one. Walk in uprightness, love with profound compassion, and believe with unwavering conviction. Matthew chapter 7 verse 7 declares, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you." This divine assurance calls you to pursue God's promises with boldness, to request His blessings with certainty, to pursue His purpose with zeal, and to knock on the doors of possibility with anticipation. Envision standing before a magnificent gate adorned with the promises of God, knowing that each knock will be met with His faithful response. As you seek His will and trust His plan, God swings wide the portals of opportunity, leading you into a future brimming with prosperity and purpose. Your life, chosen one, is meant to be a testament to His might, a narrative that inspires the world to seek the Creator who makes all things possible. Imagine living each day with integrity, extending love to those who cross your path, and trusting God even in uncertainty. Every righteous decision, every compassionate act, every moment of faith weaves a thread into the tapestry of your life, creating a story that radiates His glory. Your transformation will captivate those who see it, pointing them to the God who fills your life with abundance. As you align with His purpose, your life becomes a beacon of hope, a living testimony that faith and love unlock blessings that change the world. This is your moment, chosen one. A sacred time to rest, to trust, and to receive the extraordinary blessings God is preparing. Psalm chapter 23 verse 5 promises, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." Your cup is poised to overflow, chosen one, brimming with wealth, peace, and purpose that surpass your wildest dreams. God is setting a table of abundance before you, a feast of blessings that will astonish even those who doubted you. Imagine sitting at this divine table surrounded by provision, anointed with God's favor, your heart filled with gratitude for His faithfulness. This is not a distant hope, but a present reality unfolding as you rest in His promises. Resting in God means trusting that He is already at work, aligning every detail for your good. Reflect on the moments when His provision has already amazed you, a timely answer to prayer, a restored relationship, a breakthrough that defied expectation. These are glimpses of the overflow to come, chosen one. As you live in His truth, walking in faith and righteousness, you position yourself to receive blessings that will leave you in awe. Your life is becoming a masterpiece of God's grace, a story of abundance that glorifies Him and inspires others. Rest in this promise, chosen one, and watch as God transforms your life into a radiant testimony of His love and power. This is your time, chosen one, a divine opportunity to rest, to believe, and to embrace the remarkable blessings God is crafting for you. Psalm chapter 23 verse 5 promises, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." Your cup is about to brim over, chosen one, overflowing with prosperity, tranquility, and purpose that exceed your greatest expectations. God is preparing a banquet of blessings, a divine provision that will leave you and those around you in awe. Picture yourself seated at this sacred table, surrounded by abundance, anointed with God's grace, your heart brimming with gratitude for His unwavering faithfulness. This is not a far-off dream, but a reality taking shape as you trust in His assurances. Resting in God means believing that He is orchestrating every moment, aligning opportunities, and paving the way for breakthroughs. Think back to the times when His hand was evident, when a need was met, when peace came in turmoil, when hope was restored. These are divine previews of the abundance awaiting you, chosen one. As you walk in His truth, living with faith and integrity, you open the door to blessings that will astonish you. Your life is being shaped into a masterpiece of His grace, a narrative of prosperity that glorifies God and uplifts others. Abide in His promises, chosen one, and witness Him transform your life into a radiant reflection of His boundless love. Let us now explore the profound power of surrender in this sacred season. Surrender is not about giving up. It is about giving over and trusting your worries, fears, and plans to the hands of a loving God. Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 to 6 urges, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." This divine call invites you, chosen one, to release the need to control every outcome and to trust that God's wisdom far surpasses your own. Surrendering is an act of faith, a courageous choice to let go of the burdens that weigh you down and to rest in the assurance that God is directing your path. Imagine a weary traveler laying down a heavy load at the feet of a guide who knows the way forward. That is, you chosen one, placing your anxieties and ambitions before God, trusting that He will lead you to destinations more beautiful, more abundant, and more purposeful than anything you could have planned. Picture the freedom of walking unencumbered, your heart light with the knowledge that God is aligning every step. As you rest in Him, you'll see His plans unfold with breathtaking precision, new opportunities emerging, relationships restored, and blessings flowing in ways that reflect His infinite love. Surrender does not mean abandoning your dreams. It means trusting God to bring them to fruition in His perfect way. Reflect on the moments when letting go led to unexpected breakthroughs, when trusting God brought clarity and peace. These are the fruits of surrender, chosen one, and they are only the beginning. As you give over your plans to God, you'll witness a life transformed by His grace, a journey marked by abundance and purpose that glorifies Him. Let's explore the strength of surrender in this season. Surrender isn't defeat. It's releasing your anxieties, doubts, and plans into God's hands. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6 urges, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Let go of the need to control, chosen one, and allow God to guide your way. As you trust in Him, you'll see His purposes unfold in ways more beautiful, more abundant, and more meaningful than anything you could have orchestrated. Your life is a divine tapestry woven with threads of faith, love, and righteousness. Every trial you've faced, every moment of waiting has been a thread in God's design. Romans chapter 8, verse 18 assures, "I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us." The glory that's coming, chosen one, is beyond compare. Your rest is the foundation for that glory, a space where God's power can work unhindered. Trust in Him and watch as He reveals a future that will shock the world. Your existence is a sacred tapestry interlaced with strands of faith, compassion, and integrity. Every challenge you've overcome, every season of waiting has been a thread in God's design. Romans chapter 8, verse 18 assures, "I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us." The splendor awaiting you, chosen one, is unparalleled. Your repose is the cornerstone,